Good afternoon. Welcome to Who Added Who to the Domain Admins Group, courtesy of ScriptLogic's Active Administrator. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up an RDP session where I show how you add a user to a Domain Admins Group. So I'm bringing up Active Administrator, and I'm going to expand through my domain until I come to an organizational unit. I'm going to take a user called Adam Sandler and bring up his properties. Once I have his properties up, we're going to add him to the Domain Admins Group. And we'll apply it right here. Okay, now say I wanted to track how Adam Sandler was added to that Boca Admins Group. I could bring up the local event viewer, which I'm going to do right now, and go to the security logs. Now, as I bring up my security logs, I see that I have 28,972 events. And that's just on this one domain controller. How am I going to track which domain controller recorded that event? So there would have to be a lot of manual forensics to go through these event IDs to find the specific person of who added Adam Sandler to that Domain Admins Group. Well, I'm going to do the same thing using Active Administrator. I'm bringing up Active Administrator Console. I'm going to my auditing policy. I've created a report based upon users added to Domain Admins Group. Let's simply refresh that, and I can bring up the event right here. And I can see that member Adam Sandler in the OU Boca Raton sales in this specific domain was added to the Domain Admins Group by NBell is the user account on this specific domain controller at this specific date and time. Well, maybe I wanted to view it as a report. So now I've just brought up a report and showed all of that information. A lot easier to do than looking through the native event viewers. Maybe I would also want to have an alert set up upon this. When a user is added to a Domain Admins Group, that might be considered a critical type of event. So once again, I'm bringing up my Active Administrator console. I have set up an alert event based upon the Domain Admins Group member added with specific email addresses that I want to be notified for it. The event would be member added to local group. The filters would be the Domain Admins Group. If I wanted to have an action against that, I could launch an action at that time. Active Administrator, today's lesson, how to audit a user being added to a Domain Admins Group. Any questions, feel free to call us at 1-800-813-6415 or reach us at sales@scriptlogic.com. Thank you very much for today's time.